Hello everyone, how's it going? My name is Sassy and today I'll be showing you how to beat the Easter egg, how to get Pack-a-Punch, and how to build the shield and the wonder weapon in the Black Ops 3 Custom Zombies map Shoot House. First thing you'll need to do is get into the Zeppelin airship. To do this, you'll first need to request a transport. Head to the supply depot and find the Morse code machine. Pay 500 points to request a transport. You'll need to stand close to the machine while it's transmitting a message. If you step away, you'll have to pay another 500 points to start over. This takes about 35 seconds to complete. You'll then need to wait a little bit for the airship to arrive. You'll know it arrived when you hear this sound, and you'll be able to see the large airship in the sky. Then transmit another message to request the airship's hatch be opened. Again, you'll need to stand close to the machine while it's transmitting the message. Next, you'll need to build the jump pad. To do this, you'll need to obtain 3 parts. You can obtain one after successfully defending the rocks that spawn perk machines. After obtaining all 3 parts, place them on the jump pad. Next, you'll need to power the jump pad. Head to the bunker underpass and find the red gas canister. It will be either by this pipe, on the fountain, next to the fountain, underneath the generator station sign, or to the right of the perk machine rock thing. Then head to the generator yard and fill the generator. You'll need to find the gas canister and refill the generator every so often, as power does not stay on. The last thing to do is make sure the launch trajectory is unobstructed. To do this, shoot off the 4 large red cylinders on the bottom of the ship to create an opening. You can do this as soon as the airship arrives. The jump pad should now be ready. Head there and pay 750 points to take it to the Zeppelin. You will now need to obtain 2 punch cards and 2 fuses, and you can do both of these simultaneously. For the 2 punch cards, the first one can be found somewhere in the Zeppelin engine room. I have found it on this crate to the left of the Pack-a-Punch machine, on this crate on the left path leading to Pack-a-Punch, and on this crate on the right path leading to Pack-a-Punch. The second punch card is on this pipe. To get it, you will need to shoot the different pipes around the map that have steam coming out of them with a Pack-a-Punch gun until you get steam coming out of the pipe above the punch card. The order of the steam pipes are always random, so just keep shooting them until you get the one you need. Here are all the locations I have found the steam pipes. There are 2 on the bottom floor of the payload bay. One is near the entrance to the engine room, not far from the steam pressure button, and one is on the opposite side of the room to the left of the lockers. There is one on the second floor of the payload bay, next to the left entrance to the engine room, and then in the engine room there are 2 on this wall near the ground, and there is one on the second floor through this window. Once you have steam coming out of the correct pipe, press the button in the Zeppelin payload bay to release steam pressure. This will send the punch card onto the ground outside. You will find it on this crate by the red building in the bombed street area. Once you have both punch cards, head back to the airship and place the 2 punch cards into the 2 machines in the engine room. Then head to the second level and hit this button to start a lockdown. You will now need to survive for a few minutes until the door between the 2 punch card machines open up. Once open, you can pick up the flare gun inside, which is similar to Monkey's. Now for the fuses. For the first fuse, obtain a Wraps power drop and use it to jump over the barrier in the Element 115 defense. Zombies will start dropping these after your first round of Wraps, and you can obtain this fuse then. Follow the path until you reach the tree at the end. Blow up at the tree to send the fuse onto the map. It will spawn on the crate near spawn. For the second fuse, first shoot it off the pipe in the Zeppelin. You'll then need to obtain the wonder weapon, so here's how to do that. In order to build the wonder weapon, you'll need to find 4 parts. 3 can be obtained by digging, and 1 will drop during the first Wraps round. Once you have all 4 parts, head to the bunker laboratory and build the wonder weapon. If there isn't electricity hitting the wonder weapon, you will need to turn on power. So find the red gas canister and fill the generator to power the weapon. If you need more details for this step, see the step where we powered the jump pad, found at this timestamp. Next, you'll need to fill the wonder weapon with souls. Fill it with enough souls and then interact with it. It will electrocute you and teleport away. An electrified zombie will now spawn somewhere on the map. Defeat it and it will drop the wonder weapon. You can now pick it up. Once you've obtained the wonder weapon, head to the Element 115 defense and shoot the large rock with it. You will hear this sound if done correctly. Next, find the antenna on the building behind the generator and shoot it with the Pack-a-Punch gun to electrify it. I've had trouble with certain guns not working on the antenna, so if you're sure you're hitting it with the gun you have, try another one. You will now need to blow up enough zombies. You can do this by first shooting the zombie with the wonder weapon and then shoot it with a regular gun to make it explode. Once you've completed this step, you'll hear this sound. There will now be blue mist coming out of a puddle somewhere on the map. Find the puddle and explode a zombie in it. Again, to do this, shoot a zombie with the wonder weapon and then quickly shoot him with another weapon. If done correctly, a blue shield will form around the puddle. Kill zombies inside of it until the shield disappears. Then find another puddle with mist and do this all over again. Do this a total of 3 times. Once all 3 have been completed, the last thing to do is dig up the fuse. To do this, shoot any dig site with the wonder weapon and then dig up the site with the golden shovel. To get the golden shovel, all you have to do is dig enough sites until the golden shovel appears. Once you have both fuses, head back to the airship and place them in the fuse box not far from Flopper. Doing this will cause one of the 8 lights on the bottom floor of the engine room to blink and spark. You will need to shoot the 8 lights in the order that they light up with a pack-punched gun. If you don't shoot them fast enough, you'll need to start over. Once all 8 lights have been shot, you'll now need to pull the 2 switches to release the crates of vials. The first switch is in the room where you found the flare gun. For the second switch, you'll need to first find the lever somewhere around the map. You can find one either in the bunker underpass to the left of the boarded up door, in the generator yard on top of the generator, and the Element 115 defense on the cement block by this barrel, and the Element 115 defense on these crates by the 115 rock, at spawn next to this pipe, in the village square under the lion's sink, in the bunker laboratory on the bunk bed, in the supply depot under this pipe, and in the supply depot by this overturned cart. Once you've found the power switch, head back to the airship and place it on the machine in the payload bay and then flip the switch. Flipping both switches will release 3 vials onto the map. You will now need to find and pick up the 3 vials in a particular order. The vials will make a sound when you're near them. You will need to pick up the vials in the following order. Pick up the lowest pitch first, then the highest pitch, and finally the middle pitch. If you pick up the vials in the incorrect order, you'll hear this sound, and you'll lose ammo. Here are the locations I've seen the vials in, but there are probably more. I've seen it on top of the window in the generator yard, on the ground by this door in the generator yard, on the roof of the building in the generator yard, next to the wonder weapon build table, next to the large 115 rock, on the cart in the Element 115 defense, by this pipe in the bunker underpass, on the ground in the alley, on this windowsill in the bombed street, on this wall in the supply depot, and on the ground by the mystery box spawn in the supply depot. After you pick up all 3 vials, head back to the airship. Find the 3 machines that look like this, and press the button on them to turn them on. There is one next to the shield building table, one is on the first floor of the payload bay, and one is at the top of the stairs in the payload bay. Fill them with souls until they become electrified. Then place a vial in the machine and shoot the vial to get it to explode. Once you've completed all 3 machines, the last thing to do is obtain the key to the locked gate. To get it, pack-a-punch a gun. The key will drop to the ground in front of the pack-a-punch machine. Pick it up and then unlock the gate on the second floor of the payload bay. Follow the path down until you get to the door for the cockpit. Interact with it and it will start to slowly open. Then head inside and interact with the ship controls to go full steam ahead. This is the boss fight, so make sure you're ready. Keep in mind that you may need to wait a little bit before you can interact with the controls. Also, if the round you're on is a wraps round, you won't be able to start the boss fight until you finish the round. Before you start the boss fight, you may want to build the shield, so here's how to do that. In order to build the shield, you'll need to find 3 parts: the back plate, the face piece, and the handles. The back plate is found in the supply depot, either to the left of the Morse code machine, against this half wall near the Element 115 defense area, or right by the jump pad. The face piece is found in the bunker laboratory, either across from the wonder weapon build table, in the window, or near the door that leads to the workshop. And the handles are found in the bombed house, either against the wall near the door, or in the toilet, or on the table with the gramophone. Once you have all 3 parts, you can build the shield either at the build table in the Element 115 defense, or inside the Zeppelin. Whenever you're ready for the boss fight, interact with the ship controls to go full steam ahead. Then head back to the area with Pack-a-Punch to spawn in an invincible Panzer. To be able to attack him, first find the machine in the airship that's electrified. It will be one of the 3 soul boxes that you just did. Get the Panzer to throw one of his electric projectiles at the machine. If done correctly, a shield will form briefly around the machine. Lead the Panzer inside and you can now attack him. The shield only lasts for a few seconds, so as soon as it disappears, find the next electrified machine and do the same thing. Do this until the Panzer is defeated. The Zeppelin will now crash onto the ground, and you will now need to defeat 2 more invincible panzers. Do the same thing you just did for the first one. Find the machine that's electrified, get the panzer to shoot it with its electric projectile, and then shoot the panzers while they are inside the shield. Defeating both panzers will unlock the jump pack to take you back to the main map and reward you with Perkaholic. And that's it! I'll be doing more Easter egg guides in the future, so subscribe if you're interested, leave me a comment if you have any questions, and don't forget to like this video if you found it helpful. And I'll see you guys in the next one.